What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some news concerning Devin Haney, Bill Haney, and George Kambosos. And I want to talk to you guys about this particular photograph here. As you guys don't know, Devin Haney will not be going with his father in one of the biggest fights of his career, due to discrepancy of the passports that was needed for Bill Haney to travel, due to a old prehistoric charge from back in yesteryear. Okay, it's unfortunate, and I want to talk about it, for a second. And it just shows you, though, and I'm a living witness for this, that a lot of times when you do have a pathway to success, these are the type of obstacles that can get in the way. I know things are not fair. I know things suck. Bill Haney should be able to travel with his son. Remember, like, I don't really turn this into any type of other thing. This is like a political thing, basically. Because you remember John Fury couldn't come to see Tyson fight in the States because of, the criminal activity that he had, even though they were two different, charges. Okay. But that's what happens. Those are the things that happen. I really feel bad for Bill. I know Bill. I respect Bill. And I know he has a passion to see the success of his son. The things that he's done in the sport, the things he's done with his son, it all leads down to this point. And I think at some point, the way you envision the success story to go is not always going to go how you're going to envision it. A lot of times it's going to be through the television screen, or it's going to be over the phone, or it's going to be in other forms instead of right there in person, like the ideal desire, right, for that to go down. So Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they have a bond, and I love that type of bond. I love the father and son relationships, especially in fighting. Miguel had it with his father, and you had Shane Mosley and Jack Mosley before they fell out, but, he's still around. You had the De La Hoya and his father, even though they really weren't that close. But the thing is, he went to every damn fight, though. You know what I mean? So, like, the Trinidads is another one that I bring up. Like, the bond between father and son when it comes to boxing is just so, it's a special place in my heart, simply because, these fathers poured into their kids. Even Teofimo Lopez and Sr., they've poured everything into their kids to make their kid this particular result. Okay, and what you're seeing is the result of all the hard work and dedication, not just from that fighter, but through the father. So it's real deep. I look at this picture, and and I could see, Bill really thinking to himself, like, man, I'm proud of you, but I'm also disappointed that I couldn't go with you, and I'm going to reach out to Bill, bring him on the channel, and so we can talk it over to see, like, how his true feelings are about it. It sucks for it. It doesn't look good, but I think you can use anything that's an obstacle. Okay, because a lot of times, we had, especially from the Australian public and Team Kambosos, it's like, oh, well, they're happy. You shouldn't be happy about that. You should be anything. You should be more concerned with the welfare or the mental condition of Devin Haney at this point. I'm not saying I'm questioning it at all. No stretch of the imagination, but I'm a true warrior. When it comes to someone, if you're fighting someone that's at a disadvantage, or something that happened that doesn't positively affect a person, in fact, it may negatively affect a person, that's not good. Certain aspects of winning is not always the winning attitude that you're looking for. In other words, just because you won doesn't mean you're a winner. You know what I mean? So, like, keep that in mind, and a lot of people don't know the difference. You might have been called the winner, but if everyone looks at you as a loser, do you have the spirit of being a winner? And I'm not getting on George Kambosos, but what I am saying is there is no way you should be happy by seeing Bill Haney not able to come see his son, because if I'm George Kambosos, I want Devin Haney the best way possible. I don't want him offended or affected by any damn thing when it comes to fighting me. I want him to be at his best. I just don't want to win just because I heard this, that, and the other happened. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why Andy Ruiz should have fought Anthony Joshua 10 times harder than he fought him in the first fight, because of all the other stuff that was surrounding Joshua. Okay, just for an example. But anyway, I just wanted to touch and counterpunch on this particular photo between Bill Haney and his son Devin Haney, that's fighting for all the marbles, the undisputed lightweight championship of the world in Australia. Of course, please subscribe. Tell me what you think. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.